I've been joined here by a gentleman and two ladies helping us to understand their entrepreneurship journey and all that we can learn from them. Thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you too.
Tell me your name, what you are studying, and what level you are in, and maybe something interesting about your school.
Okay. My name is Naile Somotego. I'm studying midwifery. I'm in my final year. And one thing that is quite interesting about UDS is the fact that it has given a lot of students the opportunity to venture into businesses by creating business opportunity for us. Thank you.
I must say, Emmanuel Jebi, also studying nursing and a final year student. UDS is a nice place to be, dealing with people from all different kind of backgrounds, some difficult, some that are not. But then you have to manage your way to work with all of them because you want to strive and go on with the future together with them. Thank you.
My name is Swanuma Sarah Sudlo. I'm studying health information management, currently in level 300.
Okay.
One interesting thing about UDS is that it combines field work with academic work, such that is the only university in Ghana that runs the trimester system. Every year, students go to various communities to learn how to stay in rural areas and how to work with rural people, and then learn from them, their culture, and a whole lot. Then they come back to school to continue. Yes.
Okay.
So it's really interesting.
Okay, great. So straight to the point. I want us to look at student entrepreneurship. You are doing something aside just being in the academic space. First of all, let's look at what do you understand by an entrepreneur, who is an entrepreneur, and probably why did you decide to be an entrepreneur?
Okay, so when you hear entrepreneurship, most students think about business, but then it's not just about the business. It involves a lot of risk in relation to finances. Now, personally, I ventured into entrepreneurship due to some financial constraints in the house, but then it's now okay. But then I found out that I really have passion for identifying problems and solving problems, especially on campus and for students. So that's how I started being an entrepreneur.
Emmanuel.
And entrepreneurship is broad, just as my sister said. But I entered because I see a lot of opportunities and I see a lot of need people have to do. So one of the main reasons on campus is I see a lot of loopholes which I can figure out and have solutions to some of them. That's why I entered into entrepreneurship.
Sarah.
So adding to what they said, I think entrepreneurship is about creating business and then making profit or for societal impact.
Okay.
So personally, I ventured into business on campus because of financial issues. So I was trying to find ways of raising income.
Okay.
And then, so like I had to check in the school, maybe my target group and then what they were lacking, so that I can venture into that to get my market.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. How has the journey been for you? How did you start? When did you start? How has the journey been? Combining that with your academics, how has the journey been?
Okay, so I started in 2021. It's not that easy. You need a lot of motivation to move forward because a lot of people don't understand your business, how you will understand it. So they have different perceptions. A lot of people say no in the beginning. But then as time goes on with perseverance and determination, you're able to get somewhere in the market. So it's not easy, but then it's going to be good.
Emmanuel.
It has not been a smooth journey. It's just ups and downs. And from business perspective and from entrepreneurship, you know that it's not going to be always smooth. It's going to be up, it's going to be down. So it has not been smooth, but we're still working to get better every day.
Yeah. Well, managing a business in school is not an easy thing. It's very challenging, especially combining time, like business time with academic work, and then finances, like the capital to start a business. Usually that's like, it's very challenging to come up with something like that. And then, you know, also the marketing of the business or making sales is also another point, such that if you don't take time, maybe you run into loss, you may not even be able to pay your bills, or you end up being indebted. So these are some of the challenges here. It's not easy like that.
So let me ask, did you take your time to learn or study about entrepreneurship before you went into that, or you just saw like, oh, okay, let me just start buying and selling, because I've heard that if I buy and sell, I'll get a profit? Have you made time to really sit and learn about entrepreneurship, learn about your business journey and all of that? Have you made specific study, and do you think that taking your time to study actually helps you become a better entrepreneur? Sarah, let me start with you on this.
Yeah, well, as I said before, like me personally, before I started my business, I didn't study like entrepreneurship. Like I was in a platform, and then they were selling things like that. So one time I posted one on my stat that I wanted it, and then somebody also wanted it. So I decided to get it from that person, like from the seller, for my friend. And then that was how like
the
idea came. Maybe if I'm able to maybe repost things like that, and more people are interested, I can
profit from
yes,
there.
Yes.
That's how you just got in
yeah.
there.
So along the line, there were skills training and other things and then there were workshops here on campus. That was when I came here level 100. So there were workshops and other stuff. So I decided to attend. So when I attended them, they were talking about entrepreneurship, starting your own business, and then other stuff. So that was where I got the idea to introduce other perspectives, like other items to my business. And then I decided to brand it. And then that was how it began.
Okay. How has the entrepreneurship journey been for you, Emmanuel?
It's been, just as I said earlier, it's been...
No, I mean, how did you get into there? Like how, like, so she said that she posted, the idea came that she can make profit from there. How did it start for you?
For me, I wanted to create opportunity and also solve problems. So we look through the community, we find things that we need to solve, then we solve. So on campus, like someone needs to go and buy something, you have to go all the way to town. So if the person don't want to go, what can the person do? You just make a simple call, somebody can come and do whatever for you. So it's a kind of problem we want to solve. And also the demand that always people are saying government should have to give us work, government should have to give us work. We also want to create that we to bring us something. Even government is not going to give us work, we can still find something to do. And also help others, create more opportunities for others to be helped too. That's how I enter into entrepreneurship.
Okay, now.
Okay, so around the time of financial constraints, there was this competition that I got into, which was a business competition. So it was the financial constraints that actually led me into that competition. But during that competition, we went through a lot of incubation and then innovation, and that was how I brought about my first product. Though I wasn't taking those things serious, in this part of my business where I have gotten to, I realized that I really need them, and then I've gone back to go and learn more about them. It's not easy to start a business without knowing anything about it. You make a lot of losses instead of making profits. But then when you get to know more about it, you go through trainings, you know how to manage your cost and manage your money that comes into the coffers of the business. So that's how it went.
Tell us about what you actually do as an entrepreneur.
Okay, so I have some of my products here. I make pepper sauce. I make food products in general, but the main focus for now is pepper sauce.
Why pepper sauce?
I observed that a lot of students don't have enough time to prepare food for themselves. My target markets were the students here and then in SHS. Apart from the shito we know, they don't have any other variety of accompaniment they can send to school. So it was there through that place I had motivation to do this product. So it is pepper sauce you can consume with your KK, wache, you can also use in cooking. So it has a dual purpose. So that's
And how are you able to produce this on campus? How do you do that?
well, if you are an entrepreneur, there are a lot of risks attached to it. So
And
you
the
have
packaging
to,
and everything.
yes, it's something. Normally, we actually go to some companies that print out customized packaging for us to fill with our pepper sauce and stuff. So that's basically it. It's not really that big of a work because I have made time for that, including it with my time with studies and every other thing. So yeah, so that's how I manage the business with my studies.
Emmanuel, what exactly do you do?
Okay, so what we exactly do is bakery, but I'll pick one of them, bread. Bread is common, but it's one of the unique products. Every country has bread, and we intend to do bread because of our mindset of helping people. Now, if you check on campus, we are all not having the same financial status. Some are rich, some are middle and all those. But bread is something, whether you gain more or you gain less, you can buy. So we intended to bring bread, whereby it booms and goes on for everybody to eat. Whether you are poor, you are rich, you can get it to eat.
Bread.
Yes.
So you realize that bread is something that everybody on campus will need. So you produce a bread on campus
Yes.
because some of them have to go to town to buy the bread.
Yes.
Sarah, what exactly do you do?
Oh, I'm into sale of clothes, bags, footwear, and liquid soap.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you do the liquid soap yourself?
Yeah, I do the liquid soap by myself. Yeah.
But the clothes and stuff, you buy them like in wholesale, then you resell.
Yes. So the clothes and the others, I buy them from the wholesalers. Yes, I buy them to also retail. So the clothes and I started this one because of the because we are students. Because as students every day we would need like official wears, casual wears for class, like footwears, bags, and everything. So this is a common need that is in the school. Almost everybody, you can't say that because you don't have money, you won't wear clothes or something. Yes, and then the liquid soap, you definitely wash dishes, you wash your hands, you wash clothes, you scrub, so you mop. So I decided to find the common needs of students and then venture into that so that everybody will have something to buy instead of always going to town to get those items.
One common thing I hear from all of you is there was a need and you wanted to solve the need. After school, are you going to continue being an entrepreneur, or you are done with school, you get a job, and that's it? Because I see a lot of people start this way and they don't end up going so far, which we know that at the end of the day, some of these things can help even become a very big company. Like this, your pepper sauce can become most of these food spices, big companies we see. What plans do you have in place to sustain your business?
So I'm not leaving my business behind. After school, during my national service, I'm going to concentrate more on my business to establish it. Because I've realized that though most people say when you go to school and you get a job, that's how you become rich after working and you retire 60 years, I've realized that it's not that way. If you want to be financially free and have time for yourself, you have to be an entrepreneur, and it's very, very important. So I'm not saying school is a bad thing. It is very important for you to know what you are doing. Go to school and understand it so that people don't cheat you. But use that knowledge to be an entrepreneur. So that's what I have to say.
Okay. Emmanuel, how do you expect to sustain your business?
Okay, so
Even after school?
After school, we are going to do it. We want to seek funds and grants, like also go into competitions. Like BIIC, our campus, they organize competition. When you win, they can help you, support you with that. So for now, financially, we need help. If we get the help, whatever we need to do, we do. And our bread is not just this normal kind of bread. We're doing banana bread, coconut bread, honey bread. These are kind of bread people don't actually, but these are the ones we want to bring so that you look unique from the others.
Varieties.
Yes.
Sarah, you actually buy, let me say, finished products to resell. Have you thought about how to even establish like a boutique or a more accessory clothing line, or probably even it's all about branding, or even putting your business, let's say being a stylist, because you have the clothes available. What plans do you have in place to sustain your business after school?
Well, I can see that my business is expanding, because at first I just started at UDS here, but then now I make deliveries like nationwide. I've sent things to a whole lot.
Nice.
Yeah, and to the extent that some people even buy from me to also
Resell.
sell.
Oh, okay.
So I can see that it's expanding. So I don't intend to leave it after completion. So I want to I'll open a boutique or something. Even though currently it's just an online shop, but I think that aside opening a boutique, I can run the online to maybe even have a site to make the business grow. Yeah.
Every business has a risk. Everyone took a risk to be where they are today. What are some of the risks you had to take before and even now?
Okay, so some of the things I have to do, sometimes I have to skip class for meetings in order to acquire knowledge in relation to the business. Not only that, sometimes I have to even use my chop money to do some petty things like transport and buying, restocking and stuff, because it's business. You can make losses and you can make profits. So some of the risky things I have done include the ones I have mentioned.
Some of the risks is you can even become your best friend's enemy.
Hey.
You have to part ways with your friend because
Why would you part ways with your friend if you are?
Because you present your idea to the person, but the person will be like, this thing there is not going to work. How we see that thing, it's not going to work on campus. Then for me, seeing that the thing will work, I don't need to work with you, because if I'm working with you, we are not agreeing, so we have to part with. Another risk, as my sister said, you have to skip class. Maybe 1 week you've not entered class. Why? Because you want everything to run smoothly for your business. It's not that we came here to do business, but then after getting the set and you don't have anything, government says it's going to post you like 2 years.
The payroll is full.
You are going to struggle. So that's why we at times sacrifice. We close your eyes and do it, whether you are going to gain it or not. We take that risk.
Sarah.
Well, because mine is online, this thing, like usually my risk has to do with scam and things. You see that sometimes somebody will post to buy something, you deliver it to the person will not pay. It has happened to me a couple of times.
Wow.
Yeah. So sometimes you are able to track the person to recover your money. Sometimes you are able to do that. And then
I'm also afraid of buying things online, because sometimes they will tell you that payment before delivery, you pay and you never hear from them again. And it's so disheartening. I remember a few days ago I saw a very nice bag that I wanted, but the lady said payment before delivery. I said lie. Unless I see the bag, I'm not going to pay. It was this very nice, beautiful suit. I love to wear suits most times, but they are telling me that payments before delivery, or at least 60% payment. I said no, bring the suit, let me see it. They also collect your money in 10. So I think that yours is very risky, because you actually feel the pepper on spot when the money doesn't come. If it takes a long time to really recover from that. We'll be back. Stay tuned.
My name is Sule Barika. I'm from Yawako community. We came here for the Lead Decide program in collaboration with the Plan Ghana. As we came here, we learned a lot. We learned about self-determination.
My name is Mahama Dorita. I come from Guablaga. I came here for the Lead Decide program. And when I came here, I learned a lot of things. Things like I learned how to determine myself, know my weakness and strength. And I really appreciate and say thank you to Matter Inspire Foundation.
My name is Faisal Faiza. I'm from Gbanu community. We came here to learn about self-determination and self-weakness.
And due to that, we learn about our strengths and weakness points, what we know, what we like and what we dislike in order to help other people. So thank you, Mata Inspires Foundation.
Books by Pastor A.L. Fant. They are inspired by the Holy Spirit, simple to comprehend, relevant in application, and so lovely to read. Grab copies like Dynamics of Kingdom Influence, Dynamics of Ministry, Mark is King for Church Workers, Money Matters, and she calls herself a woman. This marriage must work. No more curses. Loaded mouth. Secrets of Kingdom Dominion. The exploits of service. Things fall apart. Church without bleeding pulpit. Singles mingle and many more.
Speaking with student entrepreneurs here at the University for Development Studies here in Tamale. We're trying to see how they got into the entrepreneurship journey and probably some of the challenges that they have faced. Let me come to you now. A quick one on the support. How has the support been from friends, from family, financially? The system, is the system supporting entrepreneurs, everything? How has it been?
Okay, so for the family, support has been 80%, because of course there are some times that they themselves are not motivated, though they are not doing it personally. From friends, I had to lose a lot of friends because they weren't supporting me, saying that it wasn't going to work. So I had to, change my
So
friends.
they told you directly it wasn't going to work?
Oh, a lot of people told me. They told me personally that what you are doing, you are just wasting your time. So don't do it. And I don't like that. So I just decided to change my friends. With the system, I don't think we can complain much. We are all facing the heat. So we are trying our best and managing. I'll just give the system 50 for now as time goes on.
But that's even, I thought you give them like 15.
It's difficult.
We are trying to be democratic about it.
So that I don't get into trouble.
That's okay.
Okay.
Emmanuel.
Okay, so the family has been helping indirectly because most of them don't know I'm doing this.
Okay.
Because
Why, you think if you tell them they would bash you for working while in school?
not that. Just I want to take the risks. I want to do it. If it works, then they'll be like, mostly when you tell family, they may say all those things, and you may not want to listen to them. You may want to listen to them. If you don't, they'll say you're disrespecting. If you do too, and it don't work as you want it, how is it going to happen? So I'm just doing it without their knowledge. But then indirectly, I can ask them some questions which they don't know I'm gaining from it. And my friends too, like someone like Faraday, he's in Medilab 400. He is part of the business. He has been of great help. I love him very much because he's always there. He's always there to help, and he has been good. The system, I don't want to talk about it because we want to talk about it, we are not going to finish. So the system has been there, and it has been doing whatever it's doing, but we are still surviving. We are going through small.
Sarah.
Family, the support is there. The the support has been massive because even with this, they're not like, because you are into something already, we are not going to give you or like support you with something, like support you or something, because aside this, they still give me the, let me say, provide my everyday needs and feeding and everything as if I was not doing anything. Okay, so that kind of support is there. Then friends, well, there are friends that turn strangers, some turn enemies, and there are strangers that turn friends, and even almost like family. So maybe when you are venturing into something like that, it's a risk, and you can lose anything. And friends are some of the things that you can lose, and that because if somebody is not in support of what you are doing or trying to spoil what you are trying to make, it means that you are not supposed to move on with that person. You just have to leave the person there and continue your journey. Well, the system, we are all feeling the heat.
When you say you are feeling the heat, say it in words, don't say it in proverbs.
It's not favorable.
Okay.
The system is not favorable because as of now, things prices have gone very high. Let's say at first you could buy, maybe, let's say at first I could buy like, let's say with 200 cedis, I could buy, let's say 5 dresses to sell. But now that things prices have gone high, if I want those 5 dresses again, I'll have to be holding like 500 cedis or something. So since it has made things very expensive, and then customers too, you see, they too, their income is down and things prices are increasing, so they are not able to buy things like the way they used to, because they see that things are very costly now. Yes. So
would you advise anyone to be an entrepreneur or to go into entrepreneurship?
Oh yes, I will.
Despite the challenges, despite the feeling the heat, despite people scamming you of your money, despite all of that,
It's worth it. It's actually worth being an entrepreneur. Though in the beginning you actually face a lot of challenges, if you are able to go through that, I mean, there is almost nothing that can break you down, because you've actually gone through a lot of problems, you've gone through a lot of risks and other stuff. You've lost those you thought you weren't going to lose, and what you thought you weren't going to lose, you've done. So I mean, you are now ready for everything that comes by. And as I said, if you want to be financially stable, free, it will take you some time, probably 15 years, 20 years, but then it's better than working till 60 years. And after working, the government will come and say they are taking some part of your pension to support the government. That's just by the way. But then, yeah, that's what I have to say.
Emmanuel, would you advise anyone to go into entrepreneurship?
Yeah, 100%. I see after certificate, degree, master's, PhD, whatever you earn, okay, you die. You can't pass it on to. But if you learn something, you're doing your own thing. When you die, it can be passed on to your next generation. So entrepreneurship is something which I will advocate.
But that thing is funny. I've been thinking about that. If you have a business and you are no more, your children can inherit. But if you go to the school and become a doctor and a lawyer or whatever, your children cannot come and inherit that knowledge. And even while you are alive, if you're a businessman, your kids can benefit from that business. But if you are someone who is even, let's say, a teacher or something, your kids would have to even learn to even acquire that kind of knowledge.
So 100% entrepreneurship, I will always tell people to do. And for you to become better, a good has to pass through fire before you can see it. So if you want to become a better entrepreneur, if you have not passed through anything before, then you are not an entrepreneur. You have to pass through something that will give you something you can place your hand on, so that in future you won't do that kind of mistakes. You won't work like you are doing somebody favor. You work like you are doing yourself favor. So I always advise people to.
Sarah, would you advise anyone to be an entrepreneur?
Yes, I'll advise people to enter into entrepreneurship, maybe most especially students like me, because certificates alone, you can't rely on certificates alone, because now last year, ending of last year, I learned the government said they are putting a hold on employment and all this thing. So if you don't start something, or you don't have the mind to start something after graduation, and you want to rely on government employment and then payroll alone, I don't think that you'll be able to sustain yourself and then family. I don't think you'll be able to accomplish the dreams that you want, or like you have in you. So you have to start a business, or you have to venture into entrepreneurship for extra income, for for settling of other things, because government payroll alone can't settle all your needs. Yes.
Do you think that everybody's born an entrepreneur? I think that some people don't understand that they just want to go into because they want to own something. But do you think that necessarily everybody is born to be an entrepreneur or something? Don't you think some people are also born to probably work, be architects, probably be doctors, be lawyers? Of course, you can't be all that and have a business, but entrepreneurship can be some people's weakness. I don't think if I can really be an entrepreneur, if I can really sell, but I believe that I can use my voice, which is, I always say that my voice is my greatest asset, to be able to do something that can bring me money. I can MC, I can do what I'm doing currently, I can be a public speaking coach, I can turn my voice into something else. Should I always be a buying and selling kind of a person, or producing and selling kind of a person before I can make it? Or do you think everyone is called into entrepreneurship?
Okay, so entrepreneurship is not just about buying and selling. It's about services and then products. So depending on where you fit perfectly, that's where you can actually make your money or succeed. But then a lot of people think entrepreneurship is just buying and selling or producing. Most people are not born with it. Some are born with it. Others learn about it along the line and then become perfect in it. It isn't everybody who can be an entrepreneur. So if you realize you can't be an entrepreneur, don't force it, because you might end up not liking the results. So if you think that teaching is what you are best in, you can actually teach and be happy with it. If you think being a doctor is what is good,
you can even brand the teaching.
Yes, you can actually
extra
do
class.
a lot
There's
of
people who are very like science or maths geniuses. They are able to say that, okay, I'm going to do extra class to teach certain kinds of people.
Yes, exactly. So just, add the passion, make it look beautiful, not just doing it like how everybody is doing it. That's what you can do and that's what you want to do. So add that kind of passion so that you can be able to enjoy it, not only entrepreneurship. So that's what I have to say.
Okay, Emmanuel.
Some people are born with it. So those people working on bringing ideas is very easy with them. But some people too are capitalists, like they do it for profit gain. They are just going because they want money, profit. Some too, they go in because they want to take a risk. Okay, I've come. What is not here? Let me try and see if it will work. And all these people are there. But then, just as you were talking about voice and all those things, I see even bringing out your voice to do something as selling. Because public speaking, you are selling something, some unique voice nobody is having. And for someone to come to invite you or ask you to come and speak, you have to charge the person. In the end, you are making something out of it. So it is good that as far as you are even working for government or you are working for, it's good you do something extra. It can be passion, it can be something you learn small. It's not going to make you any big money, but it can make you comfortable, it can make you happy. Maybe you like singing, even though you are a doctor, you can be singing aside. Maybe you like writing, even though you are a teacher. Even as you are teach, you can still be writing to producing books to help others. So I think all around, you should do something that will keep you going and all that.
Sarah.
So I also think that being an entrepreneur is not just about you involving yourself directly into it. You have a business idea. You can let somebody who have the skill, like you see, you can invest into something, or you can start a business. If you don't know how to manage it and you think that you don't have the skills, then you get people to do it for you. At the end of the day, that business is for yourself, like it's for you. I think most of the big companies out there now, the owners are not directly into it. They are somewhere realizing and people are doing the work for them. But those people, they are entrepreneurs. So if you don't have the orientation, like you are not a business person, then you have the idea or like you want to start something, but you think that you don't have the ability to do it, you can get somebody to manage it on your behalf whilst you provide the funds and then other supports.
I want us to look at branding, marketing, and advertising. Advertising and branding, or in fact, they all go hand in hand. Let's pick them one after the other. How effective can marketing help entrepreneurs, especially upcoming entrepreneurs? And what do you think that we are not doing right in the area of marketing?
Okay, so in relation to marketing, it's actually very important when you have a business, because you have to market it for people to get to know that this is your product, then they can then purchase it. Now, you don't just get a product and get up and just market to anybody. You have to get a target persona, somebody you know will need this kind of thing. So for example, with my pepper sauce, I know that students in the SHS and university are those that are more in need of these things. So I have targeted them and I have done that. Another person can see somebody who is disabled and say, okay, now I've realized that disabled people need this particular thing, so I am doing it for disabled. You will not go and advertise to people who are not disabled, because that is not your target market. So for marketing, you need to have a specific target before you be able to do it properly.
Okay.
I would say that, for instance, you want to sell Bible. Then you go and situate yourself, or you go and build your store around a mosque. You are at the wrong place. So marketing is being at the right place at the right time. So you know that these people need this. Then these are those people I need to go. I need to get contact with. So marketing is very, very important. If you mix your marketing target, you've missed your goal, your vision, and everything.
How can marketing help entrepreneurs or businesses in the things you do? How has marketing helped you, and how do you think it can help you go further?
Well, the way that you do your marketing will tell it will determine I don't know how to put it, but then it will determine whether you make sales or you won't. Because if you are not doing your marketing properly, even if you are able to gain customers, at the end of the day, you may lose them again. Because depending on the market strategies that you are using, if they are not good, those people that you were even able to win to your side, they can leave again. Let's say that you don't study the market patterns very well, and then because you have a lot of customers, you increase your things. The competition is out there, and there are several places that they can go and then get same products or similar products. So if they see that yours is more costly, they will leave it and go and get that. So I think you have to create a favorable condition for your market, to market your goods, so that the people, you can attract customers to yourself, and then that's where you'll be able to expand your business and do.
Let me just jump on that with advertising. Do you think that there are certain mediums you shouldn't advertise certain products? Now, the main way of advertising is social media. It's even taking more than even TV and radio. How does these mediums play a role in advertising? And do you think that should every business be advertised on social media or TV or radio or whatever? How does it support that?
Well, advertisement is very great in marketing. I mean, for marketing your goods. And I think, for now, I can't think of any item that shouldn't be advertised. Most of the things out there, they need to be advertised because, day in, day out, the population is growing, but social media has made it to look very small. So I think, as you mentioned, social media has become even more effective than the TVs and radio, because now people are at work, they are in schools, they don't have time to watch TV and listen to radio, but they are always pressing their phones, even if they are at workplace or they are in school. And that's how they will come across your business or your goods and services, then they will patronize you. So I think every product should be advertised out there so that you can get your target customers.
Okay. Yeah, advertising.
Okay, so I think for now, the way the world is going, I think social media is the best way for you to advertise any product you have. And also, the target people you want to send the product to, also determine the platform you are supposed to advertise your product. Imagine we are all young guys and I'm bringing the product. I don't need to go and be on TV, because if you talk to about 5 people, it might be only one that watch TV here on campus. So the best way to do it is you do it on the social media, either the TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, WhatsApp, any of them can sell it well.
Okay, so exactly how he said it, I thought he was actually in my mind, because I actually wanted to say the same thing. It depends on who your target market is. You have farmers being your target market. I'm talking about rural farmers, like people in the rural area being your target market, and you are advertising on social media. It will take a very long time for those kind of people to get to know what you are selling out or the information you are giving. So the key thing is to know who your target markets are, then you can use that a medium suitable for them to sell your product. But with a lot of products and a lot of services now, I think social media is actually the best thing, because just few of us watch TV, especially here on campus. Even at home, because we are used to not watching TV here, when we go home, it's difficult for you to watch TV. It's either you're on TikTok, Instagram, or somewhere. So the social media is one of the ways, I think the bigger way to, advertise. But then look at your target market, and then you'll be able to know which medium to use.
Now to the big one, branding. I see that your pepper sauce has different interface of branding. What goes into branding? How did you think about branding in this manner?
Okay, so branding is one of the main ways to get your products into people's minds, especially Africans. A lot of us like things we see, especially when they are nice, when they are beautiful, we get attracted to it. So branding is one of the ways, apart from your product. Somebody can see your product for the first time and just like the appearance and buy it, even though he or she doesn't know anything about it. But then if your product is as good as what, and then they don't know about it, and then the branding too is poor, it's very difficult for people to willingly agree and buy something they don't know about, or something that doesn't attract them. Branding has a lot of work into it. It is important you take your branding into consideration. And another thing is, you don't just get up and change your brand. Probably this is what I'm using now. A lot of people have gotten to see that, oh, this is how her packaging is, this is how everything is. Then one of the days you just get up and say, oh, I don't like this packaging again, I want to change it. So you then change it into anything. Now you've gotten a market for this particular branding. Talk to your market, talk to your customers, get to know their ideas. If you want to change it ahead of time, probably months ahead of time, you start releasing your new packaging one by one, so that they'll see that, oh, if I see this packaging on the market, it's the same product. So that's what I'll say about branding.
What made you choose this branding?
Well, because of what I am doing. So this is my pepper sauce. It's hot, and most people know that hot is red. So then I decided to use a shade of red, orange, and a mixture of those to make this particular one. I also have the green one, which we all know that green is not that hot, it's mild. So looking at the colors, a lot of people will be able to derive what it means, even if I don't put it there. And it looks nice. A lot of people have told me that. So that is what motivated me to use these kind of colors.
How has the business been like?
Well, when I started...
How long have you been doing this?
Okay, for 2 years I've been doing this.
Okay.
Yes, but for some time I took a break because I was running into a lot of losses. I wasn't doing some things right. As I said earlier, I didn't take into consideration my incubation and other stuff. But then from July last year, I started learning more and looking into the incubation aspect, and I realized that I was having problem with my packaging, I was having problem with my marketing and a lot of things. So I had to build on that. And as I started doing that, business is going well. It is not perfect. I just started not long ago, but then it's rising as time goes on.
Nice. Your bread business, how is it doing?
Oh, for now, we have halted.
Okay.
Because the demand was higher than the working force.
Oh,
yes.
Just on campus, the demand was high.
It was high.
Maybe that people really liked your bread.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we liked it.
It was all over. But just that we were students. When we started, we were baking once a week. But then we went
By the time the week burnt out, the whole bread has finished.
Then we moved to three days in a week.
Still, it was.
Then we intended
making some good money though.
We intended to do it 5 days, which means that we are not going to go for lectures again. Then.
So you have to like bake the whole day. You can't bake like after lectures or something.
So when we started, we were baking it after lectures. So those who have lectures in the morning will come. Then those who have in the afternoon will be there. But then it was still not working.
Because you stressed before you go for lectures.
We also went around looking for people in this community to employ all those things. But we didn't get, so we halted. And because of money, we also need money to make sure that if we are really going to get to the demand they want.
Yeah, because the danger of halting is that coming back to the market will be very difficult.
So we want to get machines and
because by now people would have also tried to sell bread to your market audience, and coming back will be tough. You have given your competitors a chance.
But that's why I want to come better. We don't want to come whereby we can't meet the demand. We are not intending to we will limit the working force of human. We want to make sure we get machines. We went to ask the prices and all those things. So we are working on it. When we start, it's going to make a flat.
Wow. How are you able to brand yours? To be able to attract, I spoke about being a stylist and all of that, because you have access to a lot of clothes in wholesale. You are also able to decide on for people if you want to go for weddings, etc. Those events, they can. So how do you think you want to brand even your liquid soap to be able to sustain it for a long time?
So I think the branding, it has to do with the quality of the product, and then the name that you want to give yourself in the market there. Yes, because if your brand is not good, like you are selling poor quality products, even if your brand is popular out there, you will still not get the customers, because even those that have tried you will discourage others from buying from you. So I'm looking at getting the quality things first. If you start quality, even if something is costly and it's quality, like people will still want to buy that. They'll still want to buy it because they think that when you buy a quality thing, it will last more. So, and then secondly, branding the name, because if you don't have a name for yourself and then you are just there, you are no name, I think that people can mistake you for other people out there, because it could be that others are running a similar business and similar products, and then they may be into low quality stuff, or maybe scamming people out there. So when they see that you are doing similar thing as what others are doing, they'll be thinking that maybe you are the one who is selling those low grade products or something. But if you have a brand and then everybody know the brand, when they see things, even when they see your item out there in the market and it's with similar goods, they will leave those goods and come and pick yours. I think maybe if you should go to buy powder soap or the detergents, when you enter the supermarket you see the different detergents that are there, but then you go and pick a particular one you see that sometimes it will be more expensive than others, but you will pick that particular one because of the brand and the trust that you have for that particular thing. So I think that it's important. So that's what I'm actually trying to do for myself. I'm trying to you know, build a good brand, the quality of the products, and then the services, and then and then other things.
The services that you render.
Yes, the service.
Yes, on that, let me touch on pricing. What goes into pricing now?
Okay, so a lot of things go into pricing. Your workforce, of course, you have to pay them. The costs in making your products, talking about the packaging and then the raw materials for your products, and then utilities as well. A lot of things go into pricing. So yes, I would have mentioned some other things, but then I'll give the opportunity to my
Okay, before you come in, I want us to go for a break. When we come back, we look at prices. Sometimes we say that entrepreneurs, the price of their products or goods are so expensive. It's because they want to make all the money at once and all of that. But today, though, it's helping us to understand why sometimes the prices are a bit high. Let me pick up their final words and we call it a day. Let's take a break.
My name is Sule Barika. I'm from Yawako community. We came here for the Lead the Site program in collaboration with the Plan Ghana. As we came here, we learned a lot. We learned about self-determination.
My name is Mahama Dorita. I come from Guablaga. I came here for the Lead the Site program. And when I came here, I learned a lot of things. Things like I learned how to determine myself, know my weakness and strength. And I really appreciate and say thank you to Mata Inspire Foundation.
My name is Faisal Faiza. I'm from Gbanu community. We came here to learn about self-determination and self-weakness.
And due to that, we learn about our strengths and weakness points, what we know, what we like and what we dislike, in order to help other people. So thank you, Mata Inspire Foundation.
Books by Pastor A.L. Fant. They are inspired by the Holy Spirit, simple to comprehend, relevant in application, and so lovely to read. Grab copies like Dynamics of Kingdom Influence, Dynamics of Ministry, Marcus King for Church Workers, Money Matters, and she calls herself a woman. This marriage must work. No more curses, loaded mouth, secrets of kingdom dominion, the exploits of service, things fall apart, church without bleeding pulpit, singles mingle, and many more.
Welcome back. We're coming to get the final words of everything we've had a conversation. But one key thing for us is that entrepreneurship is a journey. It has its own challenges and its ups and downs, and we all need to support entrepreneurs. Give me your final words now.
Okay, so in conclusion, I would like to use this platform to advertise my product, of course. It's called Swomos Pepper Sauce, and currently...
Say it again.
Swomos Pepper Sauce.
Swomos Pepper Sauce.
Yes,
okay.
So this is the current packaging. I don't think it's going to change anytime now. Yes, and you can contact us on 057048444.
She has to pay for adverts.
And 0500882078.
Okay.
Yes, so that's my final words.
All
and also
right.
venture into entrepreneurship is going to help. And thank you later.
So with the pricing, a lot of things come. You have to check the cost of each item you use, the cost of the things you are using around, like the equipment and all those things. So it's not like a guess. You just say, okay, let me give the price like this. No, you look at all these things before you can price your product. And my final was, I encourage each and everyone to venture, whether it's a risk, it's for capitalism, it's for anything. Just make sure you learn something with your hands and you venture into it to make it. Look for a problem and solve it. it will help. Thank you.
Sarah, final words.
So with the pricing, I also want to say that you have to make sure that you don't price your things too high, and then you also price it in a way that you won't make losses, so that it will favor you.
Okay.
So for my final words, I didn't mention my business name. So my brand is Divine Grace Enterprise, and I'm into selling of clothes, bags, shoes, liquid soap. I'm planning to add some few other items. So to my customers out there, if you see me, this is the face behind Divine Grace Enterprise. And then because it's an online, most people don't know me. So I just want to say that we are genuine. And then if you just see this, you can place your orders, and then we'll get everything.
Yes, they'll place their orders. Divine Grace Enterprise, of course. It's been an amazing episode here on the Reflection Show, speaking with students who are entrepreneurs. It's an amazing episode. Let's go for a break. I'll be back with thoughts.
My name is Sule Barika. I'm from Yawako community. We came here for the Lead Decide program in collaboration with the Plan Ghana. As we came here, we learned a lot. We learned about self-determination.
My name is Dorita. I come from Guabalaga. I came here for the Lead Decide program. And when I came here, I learned a lot of things. Things like I learned how to determine myself, know my weakness and strength. And I really appreciate and say thank you to Matter Inspire Foundation.
My name is Faisal Faiza. I'm from Gbanu community. We came here to learn about self-determination and self-weakness.
And due to that, we learn about our strengths and weakness points, what we know, what we like and what we dislike, in order to help other people. So thank you, Matter Inspire Foundation.
Hello and welcome to Thoughts from Matter Inspires. Today I want to talk to you about the journey of entrepreneurship, or the journey to entrepreneurship. A lot of us just see our colleagues doing something and we want to venture into that. It's not an easy journey. It's a journey for the hard-hearted, because there are times that you run at a huge loss and you don't even know if you can ever recover. Entrepreneurship is good, but I want you to be sure that that is what you want. There are others that can succeed in other fields, become a good architect, become a good IT person, or become even something amazing. It doesn't mean that you should also start small. But when you are starting small and there are challenges, you don't have to quit. In short, know your strengths and know what works for you. If entrepreneurship doesn't work for you, look for something else to do. If others don't work for you, try entrepreneurship. And our friends and family, all we ask is for your support. All we are seeking for is that encouragement that will push us to the top. Even if you don't want to support us, don't paint it on our face and make us feel that we are failures. Sometimes the desire we have in our heart is so strong that can't be explained. Thank you for watching this episode. I am Matter Inspires. Have a good night.